Welcome back, beauties. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression slash eye look with the Morphe 35O2 palette, and it is here. This palette retails for $23. It has 35 shades. This palette is absolutely better than the 35O palette in my opinion. And there are these two shades, Fire and Ruby, here, that everyone has been going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about. It comes with a sleeve that gives you all of the names of the shadows, which they've never done that before. And I actually had my makeup done before I did my eye look. I didn't have an issue with any type of fallout. The ones I didn't use that I wanted to use are Sauce, Fire, and Ruby, which are these three on this end here. Wow. Probably just as ashy as I want to be. Y'all, yeah, perfect fall colors. Yeah, they're just really warm, like all of them. And when I rub my hand in it, like they're so smooth, it's just ridiculous. But the next look I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna use Fire and Ruby because they just like that. Those are the two colors that like are calling your name. As soon as you open the palette, you're like, oh. The camera doesn't do it any justice. I mean, that's just the nature of it. It looks way better in person. I've seen a million gajillion shots of this palette. I've looked at it. You know how you like when something first comes out, you're like looking at every single picture, every single detail, like you want to know everything about it. And that's exactly what I've been doing. And when it finally came out to where I could purchase it, I went ahead and grabbed it. Even if I don't use it all the time, I know for sure I'm gonna put it in my makeup kit because I do freelance on the side and I can actually use it there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like an array of looks you can do with this palette because it's so warm. I just love warm shadows though. Like I'm a warm shadow type of girl. I rarely wear grays. I want to venture off into wearing more cooler shades for the fall, but I'm just not that girl. Like I'll do it, but it's not something I'll do all the time. I'm gonna stop rambling. I just wanted to let you know exactly what I thought about the palette, and I'll do as many looks as I can with this palette. I'm pretty sure I'll be using it a whole lot because it's awesome. And the thing about Morphe is they've done something with these shadows. I want to say they kind of remind me of the Jaclyn Hill shadows because her shadows were not like any other palette. Like the Jaclyn Hill palette, the shadows were they're so smooth and buttery and creamy, and that's how these are. So I think they took a page out of her book or whatever she did to formulate her shadows and make them exactly how she wanted them. They took a page out of her book and created this. So I'm loving it. Anyway, if you like to see exactly how I got this look, stay tuned. Oh, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification button as well. And that way you'll see all of the rest of my Halloween videos that I have coming up. Okay, now to the video. Okay, beauties, so to start out, I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids. I've been using this NYX Proof It primer. It's been working wonders. Like, it's really dope. I want to say it works a little bit like the NARS concealer, but this is a waterproof concealer, and it just been working really good as far as like helping my shadows stay on longer and whatnot. So I actually picked up a second one of these because I love it just that much. But you blend it out and then tap it with your finger. And you want to let it dry a little bit before you start applying shadows. And I'm going to try not to look up as much because I do have hooded lids, so I don't want it to dry in the creases of the shadow. So we're gonna let that dry. As you can see, I already did my foundation, concealer, bronzer, contouring. I did all of that, brows and everything first. Because the focus of today's video is the 35O2. I do have the Morphe 35O palette. I use it a lot in my kit, but when I saw that this one was coming out, I was like stupid dumb excited. I know a lot of people in the beauty industry try to compare a lot of stuff as far as like, oh, that's just like this, that's just like that. To be honest, everything's like everything else. It's just a different version, and it's all about how you use it. So I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. And if you have it, if you feel like you have this type of shadows already, then don't get it. But I was excited about it. So I got it and I was so excited. Like, look at this packaging. Their boxes even changed. On the outside it says blend the rules. Then they have Morphe here. And then they have the 35O2. It's called the 35O2 Second Nature palette. It has 35 shades. And from what I'm hearing, the shades are a little bit like on a different level than like the regular 350 palette. If you know about the 350 palette, and if you've been around my channel for a while, or if you started with me in the beginning, you know that was the first palette I used in my very first video. And like I said, I use it more in my kit now because it's a very versatile palette, and it's that's like one of their most popular palettes. So I was definitely excited to pick this up. So it retails for $23. They even changed the packaging. They put Morphe on the actual palettes themselves, which they never had, and then they have the information here on the back. Another thing that they changed when I opened it up, and if you're following me on Instagram, my name is Beauty by D.Beasley. Just like on my channel, I'll place my name somewhere down here in the bottom. If you follow me on my Instagram stories, I actually showed a preview of these shadows, or exactly like just a first look, you know, when I first received it the other day. But these are the shadows. This is the very first Morphe palette that comes with this sleeve here that gives you all the names of the shadows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape it to the top, or glue it to the top eventually. But for now, I'm gonna just set it up there for the purpose of the video. But y'all, look at these shadows. Like, the camera is not doing it any type of justice. It looks so much better in person. But I'm a sucker for these type of tones. This particular shade, this Fire and this Ruby shade, are turning out to be the two most popular shades that everybody's super excited about. But we're gonna go ahead and do a fall look, because I haven't done a fall look on my channel this season. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into that. This is this shade that we're gonna start out with. It is the Universal shade, and it's actually called Universal, but it is this shade here on the end. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my crease to start out with. And it's absolutely lighter than my skin tone, but it's actually blending out really good. I think they're so pigmented, I put too much on my brush to kind of even out your skin tone. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. It is Orb. There's a little bit of kickback, but they're really pigmented. That's where the pigment comes from. So you don't have to like tap in them too hard to pick up the pigment. So I'm gonna take Spice with that same Sigma E40, and I'm gonna place that in my crease as well. I'm just trying to deepen up my crease. And I really want to go in with one of these red shades, so I really have no plan for my look today. I just want to try this palette out because it's been sitting in my pile to do my haul. And I've been itching to try it out, so. If y'all are anything like me, and I would think that you were, because you know we're here, but this palette is very fall appropriate. I'm just trying to build it up to the intensity that I want. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this more taper brush. This is the E28. I'm gonna take the shade Rich, which is right here, and I'm gonna use that and put that, make that deepen up my crease a little bit more. I'm putting it like directly in my crease right there. I think it's a long brush. So this is the E17. I'm gonna take a little bit of Brave, which is here right next to Rich. I'm gonna place that right on top of it, giving more of a smoky purpley, it's like a purpley brown looking color to me. I'm gonna use that same E17 brush. It has more purple in it, and Rich is just more of a darker brown. Now I'm gonna attempt to cut my crease a little bit. I hope I don't mess nothing up. Me and cut creases aren't like the best of friends, but I mean, I could do it when I need to do it, I think. Just gonna blend the outer portion of my eye out, and I'm just gonna make sure this is crisp. Ooh. I'm gonna take the shade Polish, which is right here, and I'm going to place that right on top of the concealer. I'm just gonna use a shader brush. Look at how much pigment it picked up, baby. Now I'm gonna go back in with some of that shade Brave on this really small detailed brush. It's an M213, and I'm gonna place it right on top where that line is. Oh, that's cute. Now I'm going to go in the outer V, and I'm going to, I want to deepen it up, but I don't want to put black there. So there's this shade next to Brave called In the Zone, which is here. I'm going to use my E27, and I'm just going to pack on some of that shade Brave and put it on the outer portion of my eye to smoke it out. This is just a clean, fluffy brush. I'm gonna take this shade Pure, which is right next to Universal. So right here, I'm gonna place it in my inner corners. Now that I have everything done, I'm gonna go ahead and bring all these eyeshadows down to my lower lash lines. This is an awesome palette. I need to get another one for my kid. That's the thing with being a freelance artist. Like, so many things, like you want the stuff yourself, but then you're like, you know what, I can use that in my kit, and you know you'll get some use out of it. And these are inexpensive. They're $23, so it's not like you breaking the bank and spending $40-something on one palette for your makeup kit. And look how pigmented these shadows are. Like, they're dumb pigmented. Like, why would you not? Very minimal fallout. Like I said, I already had everything done, so very minimal fallout. Look at that. Yes, hunty. Now to clean the outer V of my eye up, I'm just gonna take a little bit of my yellow setting powder, and I'm just going to place it here. Learned this trick from Jaclyn Hill. She does this every time she does her makeup. I think I like it a lot. I think I like it a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these lashes. These are by Kiss, but they're new. I've already worn them, but they're it's called wispy style. That's all it's called. Number KPE61. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those lashes on and I'll be right back. And there's my finished look. Do y'all like it? Yeah, this palette dope. Y'all need to get y'all one of these. But this screams full. So yeah, again, that's my look. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, also the notification button, so that you can get any updates on videos as I post them. I do have a couple of more Halloween videos coming out. I want to say like 2 more. I think I only got 2 more in me, but I hope you all have been enjoying them so far. But again, if you have any more questions, just let me know down in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, beauties.